Okay, hey everyone, Salazuri here. I'm recording now.
Yeah, and we're gonna showcase the 1.5 Minecraft update. And we know it's been a couple days, maybe 3, if I can count, maybe. But yeah, so we're gonna show you guys pretty much most of the stuff that came with the update. So what do you want to start with?
I guess we'll start with one of the biggest features, in my opinion, the hopper. Basically what the hopper does is any items that gets dropped on top of it, it will pick up and it'll put into nearby inventories like a chest. And it can be used to make a bunch of automatic farms. One tricky thing about placing the hopper though, you have to place it on the object you want to connect to. So you'd have to hold shift and right click on the chest to get it to connect to the chest. And I set up this little test. I hit this button and harvest sugarcane. Sugarcane flows into the hoppers. They flow through the hoppers and down into the chest.
Yep, that's what that does.
Yeah, you can.
But yeah,
You can also connect other hoppers to each other. But one tip I have: you have to place hoppers from the destination. Like if you want them to get to this chest, start here, and then you have to work your way out to where they collect the items from. Otherwise, it won't work.
well, that's what the hopper is.
Yeah.
So next thing,
This is called the Comparator, and it's got a few features. One, it can compare signal strength, redstone signal strength on each side to each other, and that depends on which one's stronger. It may or may not send out a redstone signal. But another use it has is it will detect the percentage of how full an inventory next to it is. It depends on how full it is, it will send out a longer signal. So like if this chest is filled up with stone, it will send out 15 block signal. 15 blocks long of signal. I personally thought of a way that you could do that if you know how to use redstone a little bit better than I do. You could set it up so that once a chest is full, you could shut off an automatic farm you have so that it doesn't keep harvesting more than it needs to.
yep, that's helpful. So next thing,
These are two different new pressure plates that have been added. Notice stepping on them does not give no redstone signal. Instead, they respond to amount of items on top of them. So iron is a heavier one. So one stack of stone not on it, I missed. One stack of stone on the iron pressure plate will, if I can land it on it, will give about two blocks worth of signal strength. It requires more stacks to be on the pressure plate to give off more signal strength. Gold are lighter. One stack will give off a full 15 blocks of signal strength. Here's your sword back.
oh yeah, thank you.
Also, I wanted to mention a few changes that they made mainly to skeletons and zombies. Zombies, now, if one zombie notices you, it will alert other nearby zombies to come after you. If you shoot them at a distance, they will respond at a further distance than they would before. If zombies are on fire and they hit you, they can cause you to catch on fire. And they do more damage as their health gets lower.
Yeah, so that kind of sucks, but makes the game more real.
Yeah, I like the changes they made to the zombies. It's pretty cool. The skeletons, on the other hand, are pretty frustrating. They will now shoot you from 16 blocks away as opposed to 10 blocks away. Their shots will knock you a full block back, and they shoot faster as you get closer to them.
Yeah.
So they shoot pretty fast when you're like right up next to them, so it gets pretty hard to melee them.
Shoot me. Shoot me. Uh-oh.
See?
Yeah, he's shooting pretty fast.
With how far back they knock you, it can be pretty hard to get close enough to hit them.
So, yeah, this is a pretty. Yeah, and I died. I shouldn't have done that. This is a pretty. Well, you could consider it big update.
Yeah, I'd say this is it's probably one of the biggest updates in my opinion.
Yeah, with the mob changes.
Yeah, we really should have set the spawn here before we started this.
Yeah.
Do you know? Are you gonna? I can teleport you back.
Yeah, that would be good. How much chickens?
Ah. I missed an I in my name.
Oh.
Okay, next we're gonna show off the blocks.
Ugh.
Get rid of some of these.
I'll talk about the blocks.
Okay.
Oh. That hit me.
What?
Okay. It's fine. The block of redstone.
Yeah, it's crafted pretty much just like any other block. 3x3 square of redstone in the crafting in a workbench, and it gives off constant redstone signal just like a torch. It could be useful because it's a block you can push around with pistons that gives off redstone power.
That's helpful. This, another quartz ore. Pretty much quartz ore in the nether.
Yeah, it's used in a few recipes, which I'll mention them as we get to them.
And the newest ore that they added is quartz. How would that help in your everyday life?
Well, you can use it to make these different blocks these different decorative blocks. Block of quartz, chiseled quartz block, which I'm not exactly sure the recipe for. Same for pillar quartz block.
Yeah.
These look pretty cool looking blocks.
Yeah, these look better than you can say stone, because stone isn't as clean.
Yeah.
Looking, but this looks much better.
Yeah, you can also turn the quartz into stairs and slabs,
which are always helpful.
Yeah.
And that noise you hear is this minecart.
This is a little example showing the redstone blocks give off constant power, and this is a minecart with hopper. One thing about minecarts with hoppers is if there's items near the track, when they go by, they will pick those items up. So that's pretty useful.
Yeah, I think I did something. Oh, never mind. Alright, next thing is, well, we could probably wait till later to do that.
Okay.
The trap chest.
Yeah, I don't remember the crafting recipe for trap chest, but you'll notice it has a little bit of red around the latch on the chest to show that it's not a regular chest, and it gives a redstone signal based off of the number of people looking at it. So if you open the chest, it now gives off two blocks of signal where it just give off one if one person is looking into the chest. So if you want to make sure no one gets your diamond, you could set up where someone opens it, that dispenser fires arrows at them.
Yep. And we all know that nobody wants their diamonds taken.
Yeah.
Because diamonds are great. Next thing is this.
Yeah, this is an activator rail. It's got two uses. One, also, minecarts with hoppers, if there's a chest above them, they will pull those items down into the minecart with hopper. But if it's on an activator rail and it's active, the minecart with hopper will not pull items from a chest. There's also the TNT minecart, which when it runs over a activator rail that is active with redstone, it will trigger the TNT. And the faster the minecart is going, when it detonates, the stronger the explosion will be.
Yeah. So, if you want somebody to blow up, this is the thing.
If you give me a second, I could just show it off.
Pretty cool thing. Well, never mind. I don't see it anymore. Wait, yeah. If you hit it, I don't know if that did that before. Wait, it'll rock side to side.
Yeah, but the minecart with TNT does not destroy any rails or blocks underneath the rails. That's one thing I kind of forgot, but this shown as a good way to mention it.
Yeah. So, next thing, this, the dropper.
Yeah, the dropper is a new addition. Really, right now, there's not much difference, I don't think, as opposed to the dispenser. If there's a chest next to the dropper, let's see. It, when activated, it will, like, if it's right in front of the dropper, it will put items from its inventory into the chest when it receives a redstone signal. So I got 2 arrows in the chest now. 3, 4, 5. Also, the dropper, it just drops items out, where the dispenser would shoot them out like arrows. This dispenser shoots out. The dropper just drops the item. Also, now both the dispenser and the dropper can face all 6 directions. So you can see this dispenser is facing up. You can shoot arrows straight up in the air.
Which is pretty fun.
Yeah. And dropper just still drops items.
Yeah. So
Maybe later on there'll be more differences between the dispenser and the dropper. Also, the dispenser can do a few more things with this update. If there's, actually I could show this real quick. One thing it can do is it can use bone meal on crops that are in front of it. And also another thing, bone meal has been nerfed a little bit in the recent update. But also one thing the dispenser can do right now is if there's a player standing next to it and has armor in it, it can equip the armor on the player.
So if you want a Dead Space-esque gameplay with an adventure map or something, this would be a good thing to use for that.
Yeah. Also, as far as the bone meal, it no longer one bone meal automatically grows to the highest, to the fully grown stage. It will now take 2 to 4 bone meal to get to the fully grown growth stage, and it will take 2 to 4 bone meal to grow a sapling into a tree.
Yeah, so no more cheating, pretty much.
Yeah, not quite as much. It's still, bone meal can be useful, but you require a little bit more now.
Yeah, but again, makes it more realistic.
Yeah.
Just like that. So the next thing.
Yeah, another feature. One thing. The 2 of the items that use the nether quartz ore besides the decorative blocks are, I'm pretty sure the Comparator uses some of the nether quartz ore, and this new item here, the daylight sensor. It gives off amount of redstone signal. What are you doing?
I'm coming.
An amount of redstone signal based on like how bright the sun is, how much midday it is. So I have a little example of something you could do. So where once it turns nighttime, using an inverter and the signal strength from the daylight sensor, once it turns nighttime, lights will turn on.
So basically it's like those little lamps that you have in your yard, so they turn on.
Yeah.
Times nighttime. Like another more realistic thing.
So that's another one of the cool features.
Yep. So I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
So we'll take you guys out with some cash.
With a bang.
I don't think I have it.
Yeah, I know where to set it up. I haven't set it up already. That works. Wow, not much of the building got destroyed.
Yeah. Ooh. Cool.
A lot of coal. I packed in a bunch of TNT under there, but not much of the upper part got destroyed.
Yeah. Still cool.
Yeah.
That's something that's not realistic as much, but still pretty fun. You don't want everything too realistic.
Right.
In a game, at least.
Teleporting back.
Faster.
I don't see you.
Yeah, that's a pretty big hole.
There's.
Since we'll do
Yeah.
that much.
So I think that's pretty much it. I don't just quickly look through some of the. Oh yeah, another thing. You can now smelt netherrack down into a nether brick item, and then put them in a 2x2 square to craft nether brick blocks.
Yeah, that's helpful as well.
Yeah, especially if you like nether brick blocks, the way they look, and haven't found a nether fortress. Also, if you have a disc playing in the jukebox, the comparator placed next to it will give off redstone signal based on the number of the disc.
Yep. So, pretty much another well done job by the Mojang team. If that's who does. Oh,
Yeah, I still hope at some point they'll get the hopper working a little bit better, because like one thing, them linking together isn't real well done in my opinion yet, but it definitely allows for some automatic farms like this. If you set up a clock for the sugarcane farm, that could be completely automatic. Cactus farm is pretty easy to set up automatic. Although I don't really know much what you need much cactus for, but if you like green dye, it'd be useful.
If you like green. So that's pretty much it, guys. And again, I'm gonna start posting more videos after this, and me, Salazuri, and another friend are gonna start posting. If you guys know Slyfox, we're gonna start doing some XCOM type series. We're not gonna call it that. It's copyrights. But that's what we're gonna do. And yeah. See you guys. Bye.
Later.